All right, so to begin to draw a hand, the first thing that you want to do is you want to try and break it up into simple shapes. So I'm going to start with this shape right here, which is the very top of my hand. If I were drawing my hand from this point of view, I would use this shape. So we're going to start with this one. Let me get my hand in a good position. And you'll see I'm working really lightly. And you do the best that you can to try and get the shapes that you're seeing. For the wrist, I use like an upward kind of arc to show the wrist bone. All right, now, so that's step one. Step two is you look at the knuckles, these main knuckles of the fingers, and you imagine a line that's connecting them. And then you turn that line as best you can into a curve. And for the time being, ignore the thumb. So for this, I'm looking at this point, and I'm comparing it to that point, and I'm going to put that pinky knuckle right here, and then it kind of goes up at an angle to get to this one, and then down to get to this one, and then here, and kind of gauge, all right, looks like it's about there, and put that one in next. All right, so what I have doesn't look like a hand yet, but now what you want to do is you want to either draw the line that connects these little knuckles, or just go ahead and draw the line that connects the fingertips. And for this, I will do the thumb on that one. So again, we've got to look, and it looks like this, starting about right here. And these are the first two, and there's the index finger, and then the thumb is kind of dropping down like that. All right, still doesn't look like much, but what we're going to do next is we're going to put in some circles to show the knuckles. Even though I can't really see that knuckle, I'm still going to do a circle for it. I can't see this one, I'm still going to do a circle for it. And we'll do circles for all those. And then we'll start to work on the thumb. So that's the knuckle for the pinky. This is the knuckle for the ring finger. This here is the knuckle for the index finger. And then for the middle finger, and then this one is the one for the index finger. And then for these knuckles, there's the knuckle for the pinky, the knuckle for the ring finger, the knuckle for the middle finger, and the knuckle for the index finger. Now we're going to start to make it look a little bit more like a hand, and we're going to start to use contours to do that. So I'm going to begin with this contour, moving up like that. And then I'm going to work on this contour, and then we'll put the thumb in. So this is the part where you're going to slow down, and you're going to try and get the angle that you really see. And be mindful when you go around the knuckles that you are either coming out and going around the little ball of the knuckle, or that you're showing that there is not as much of a ball, like what I did there. Okay, so that's that contour. And then I'll drop down over here, and we'll do this contour. All right, there's the beginning of the thumb, but we're not working on the thumb just yet. And then this is that other contour that I showed you. All right, starting to look a little better. I'm going to put the thumb in now. I'm going to do a circle for that knuckle, and then I'm going to work on that contour, coming up to where the fingertip is, and then coming down to put the thumb in. And something you can use that'll help you is to look at negative spaces. There's my negative space, and try and get it as close as you can. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to put in the other sides of the fingers. And for this, you want to think about what line is in front of which finger. So on this finger, we can see the top, and we can also see the bottom of this finger. But when I look at these two fingers, for example, I can tell that this finger is in front of this one, and therefore is blocking a significant part of this one. That will help us a lot when we're drawing our fingers to make them look realistic. So I'm going to work on the ring finger now. I'm starting to do the contour. I'm coming up, I'm going around that knuckle, I'm coming down, going into that other little knuckle, and then the fingertip. Now I'll start on this one. This one starts a little bit higher in front of the knuckle. It goes up to this knuckle here, and then comes down, goes around that little knuckle, and then right into the fingertip. It will make your drawing look a little bit more realistic if you make the fingertips look a little pudgy. And now we're going to do two sides. So I'm going to skip down here to the index finger, and come around and go over the knuckle, go down, and then go into the fingertip. And here we go. I'll give it a little bit of a pudgy fingertip to make it look a little bit more realistic. And now there's that webbing that we have on our fingers, which is a little strange. And then we'll come up and go around this knuckle, and then we'll go into this finger. All right. So if we look at this drawing now, that looks pretty good. That's actually starting to look like a finger. So I can start to fix this up a little bit more. I can do things like put in, the little fingernails and stuff like that. But the main test is, once you've done this, to turn your drawing at some different angles and just make sure that it still looks like a hand.